Moment of inertia of a rigid body about given axis of rotation is sum of product of mass of each particle and square of its distance from given axis of rotation. For regular shapes, we will find out the moment of inertia about the given axis of rotation. For that, we will consider two regular shapes. One is the ring. This is the ring. Approximately, it has a constant diameter. It's a ring. A thin ring having negligible thickness. This is a ring having negligible thickness. It is of mass m and a radius capital R. Now, this is the axis which passes through center of the ring and perpendicular to the plane of the ring. This is the plane of the ring. And this axis passes through center and perpendicular to the plane of the ring. For this ring of mass capital M, radius capital R, about an axis passing through center, whatever is the mass, it is equal distance, at equal distance from the axis. The total mass of the ring is concentrated on the circumference. Therefore, the moment of inertia of the ring is product of mass and square of the distance. Therefore, the moment of inertia of a ring is equal to the mass which is at an equal distance from the axis, that is the radius, and hence the moment of inertia of a ring is mr square. How the ring is? Ring is a laminar body. It's a two-dimensional body and negligible thickness. With this, we will determine the moment of inertia of a circular disc. This is a circular disc again. Circular disc is also a laminar body having a minimum thickness. The thickness as compared to radius is too small, therefore it can be neglected. Then let again it's a disc of mass capital M and radius capital R, and axis is the central axis, central transverse axis. This is the axis of rotation of a disc. Obviously, axis is perpendicular to the plane of the disc and passes through the center. Therefore, it is central transverse axis. We will derive an expression for the moment of inertia of same disc about a central axis perpendicular to the plane of the disc. For that, we have taken a disc here. The disc is uniform, therefore the surface density of the disc, that is mass per unit area of the disc, let it is represented by sigma, and let this sigma is equal to mass upon area, that is total mass of the disc divided by total area of the disc. Disc is circular, therefore it has radius r, area pi r square. Now, the disc is supposed to be consist of the concentric rings of increasing radii. Now, let us consider here one of the element of the disc as a ring. Here we will consider a ring. How the ring is? Ring has a radius of small r. It has a thickness of dr. Its mass is equal to dm. Element of the disc is a ring which has a radius r, thickness dr, and mass dm. Then as the ring is uniform, the is equal to the surface density. Sigma is equal to mass of the ring divided by radius of the ring, area of the ring. Area of the ring is circumference into thickness. Now, from this I will write the moment of inertia of a ring. As we know, it is equal to product of mass and square of the distance. Here, distance of the ring from the center, from the axis of rotation is small r. The mass of the ring is dm. Therefore, I will write this as 2 pi rho r into r square r cube into dm. This is the moment of inertia of the ring. This is the moment of inertia of a ring which is an element of a disk. Therefore, moment of inertia of a disk is equal to integration r square dm, where the radius increases from 0 to capital R, because disk is supposed to be consist of concentric rings whose radius increases from 0 to a capital R. Now, with this we will get it is equal to integration 0 to capital R 2 pi rho r cube into dr, r cube into dr. This is the moment of inertia of the disk. Now, integrating this, I will get the moment of inertia of a disk is 2 pi rho integration 0 to capital R, it is r cube dr, and you will get this as 2 pi, what rho is mass upon area, and it should be r to the power 4 divided by 4, and ultimately I will write the moment of inertia of a disk is equal to mr square divided by 2. Like this, we are able to find out the moment of inertia of a disk by integrating the moment of inertia of a ring whose radius increases from 0 to capital R. This moment of inertia can be determined for regular shaped uniform objects by this procedure. This is only one example we have taken. Like this, you are able to find out moment of inertia of a sphere, moment of inertia of a rod, moment of inertia of cylinder, like that, and it is up to you to see how to obtain the moment of inertia of the different uniform objects of regular shapes. Thank you very much.